I'm going to demonstrate a textured stitch from my Vigneto Shawl pattern, and it's part of the lace border on chart B, and it's right here. It's a 3-row technique. The first row is a make 3 in stitch below. The second row is purl 3, and I'd just like to point out that even though you're purling 3 stitches, it's still only 1 square on the chart. And the third row of the textured stitch is a centered double decrease. I'm going to demonstrate all of those for you, but first I just wanted to show you on the actual shawl. It's this little textured stitch right here in the center of each lace motif, and that's where you increase up to 3 stitches and then decrease back down to 1 stitch. So I'll show you how that's worked. I have a little swatch here. And I've done one of the textured stitches right here, so you can have a look at what it should look like. So I'm just going to pattern over to the spot where the stitch is located. And the directions tell you to knit into the second stitch below the needle. So there's the stitch that's on the needle, there's the stitch directly below the needle, and there's the stitch, the second stitch below the needle, right there. So you want to take the tip of your right needle and go into that stitch, right through the center of the stitch. Yarn around the needle and pull up a loop. Do not drop this loop off your left needle. Yarn over and then go back into the same spot again and bring up another loop. So you should have 3 stitches on your needle. The first knit 1, the yarn over, and the second knit 1. Now you can drop the stitch off the left needle. These 3 stitches are in a stitch below that stitch, so you can drop that off. And now I'm just going to pattern to the end of the row and show you the other 2 rows. On the wrong side row, you're just going to purl all 3 of those stitches. I'm just going to work over to it. And the 3 stitches just kind of glump together, so they're easy to find. There they are right there. So I'm just going to purl each of those 3. Remember, that's just 1 square on your chart. Now I'm just going to work to the end of the row, and I'll show you the final row of this particular stitch. So you're on a right side row, and you knit over to that little group of 3 stitches again. And you put your right needle in as if you were going to knit the first 2 stitches together, like that, but then you just slip them to the right needle. Then you knit the 3rd stitch, then pass the 2 slip stitches over the knit stitch and off the needle. And that's the end of the textured stitch.